Which way is the common room?
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
It's that new 5th year.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon food, like that poor man from the ministry.
I don't want to get told
catches
that
us
I
in
stay.
this late. You'll like it, trust me. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
She gets bolder every year.
Nelly thinks she is,
Professor could
anyway.
arrive any moment.
If anyone needs help with an essay or
Still not working. Ugh. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Don't worry, you'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your day.
do anything for attention.
Shame you weren't born with wings, Neville. I'm sure you'd use them.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, Focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
For I can't wait to watch you cry.
Professor Ronan tends to go on.
Well, I woke up to
sometimes
one,
have to remind
wriggling its powerful tongue up.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 Charms. Be a crucial year in your the art of charm work. But I'm confident that we will take with a passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 5-1. But before we begin, can anyone hear the difference between the incantations of the change and growth charm? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late. My, this must have really taken on you all. By the looks of it, you're all practicing oblivion. Do you even remember how to perform summoning arm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Get into pairs and take positions on opposite classroom. Now let those textbooks loose as the blunt checks you believe they are. Take turning them out of his hands. One book will be per partnership. They'll you get into. Oh.
That is not...
Swift learn. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without it. You might just rival me here. Good, everyone. That's it. Well, assume to have the basics. It is an exceptionally lovely day. Thinking we might have ourselves excursion outside for a spot air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Eh? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, very good. Don't lose your composure. That's it. Not to worry. Excellent control there. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Watch this. There we go.
Accio.
Very good.
Let us see this.
Accio.
Nice and be sharp. That's how it's done.
Splendid! Let's make this more interesting.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. Phew.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Here we go. Yes! I need you in this one, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well. Brilliant! Let us see this. That is how it's done. Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Accio.
That's it! Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
A tight game! It turns out we were evenly matched. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. I think Professor Ronan wants to... Better not keep him waiting. Until next.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so
A
inclined.
word, if you would.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? And what a close match between you and Miss Onai. Invigorating.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hey, just beware, the open flame.
Is that all you've got? Yeah. Come on!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprise as we could to defend you, Master Pruitt, no? One thing I learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. We deflected your this cast level and the basic cast. Remember, his opponent, as Master Pruitt, really helped me earlier. Good. Now, the basic. Well done. But the best way to is by dueling. Start with you two. Duelists, 10 marks.
So, Hogwarts, welcome.
I want a duel using only Levioso, Basic, and Protego. You may begin.
Protego!
This should be easy.
You're good.
Levioso! Now perspective. Thank you. Good form.
I know.
Stupid Protego! Levioso!
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well today, I shall do with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice felt more like I was dueling that. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then, perhaps your first duel.
Consider yourself lie held back.
Fair enough. You owe me an all when you aren't. You know, you might be perfect for an exclusive, unsanctioned organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and whether joining a secret dueling or into the restriction of the library. You just have to be clever.
Thank you, Sebastian. Mind.
Good. Pleasure with you. Perhaps somewhere mentioned. We'll see if your performance today was or actual. Look for Luke and Brad Tower entrance. If you're interested. Till time.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking same thing, Deke. Perhaps you help.
Excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near, what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me, isn't there?
Have Professor Fig not the training?
He used to be reticent about the details, mentioning only 2 spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's good, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a streeler. Thus, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professor to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to sign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your here, including seeds, and recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Olivan will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a wand, but you find the magic you can with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a class. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastiano or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending with them.
I'd like to Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well with Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A unsavory local. Best to avoid, and his stand of sorts, Theoph will meet you at the castle doors. When you complete your work, the sooner the better.
I wish I needed a new wand, just so I'd handers again. I could open boxes all day.
Ah, there you are.
You have a spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do. An exceedingly useful one at that. Mending charm, repairs things right up, makes a broken object good as the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More quickly than one would imagine. Professor, the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class. Your professors have agreed to do so as well. A few in your magic. See them through back to me. You in no.
Ask right away. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Accio! Got it!
Off on another adventure, are we?
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
I trust the asks word.
Thanks, Professor.
Charm, shall we? In your enunciation and move ready.
Yeah.
Your wand conduit of your Very good. You would like to practice mending thing? Have a good broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly sized hard. Perhaps a jilted light to act and lashed.
Repairer.
Nice done.
Repairer.
Something quite odd, isn't there? By your one work, Professor.
Harry Pippin certainly steered me right with that wound cleaning potion. His potions are better.
Hello, looking for me?
Reparo. Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off? I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience. I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany.
Really?
Yes, I had planned to extend it to you myself. I thought you might need to be in the village. The timing of Weasley's owl was perfect.
My little brother sends me letters chock full of questions about Hogwarts. Merlin helps.
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient rooms. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that to take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone tell you to visit at Christmas. That's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much old, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow. Oh, wait, over here. I often spot winged flies in this area.
What's so special about them?
They are to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use potion making. Look, from the Forbidden Forest, hippogriffs. I once startled them. Heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named them too.
Front.
That's the Forbidden Forest left. It's off students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that only makes it more alluring. There's Hogsmeade over the crest. Pass in. I would spend my time exploring if I...
I confess, I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're here.
She knows about me than I had. I will say, I certainly learn a great deal in class. Much can be gleaned out of the castle walls. How are you settling? Remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite Thing was so new and
Getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel
I still miss my homeland. It is beautiful here. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Mr. Moon! He is its caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. You met our 5th year.
Run.
Is everything?
Oh, look right, eyes big as saucers.
What did me?
Jemmy guys. Ugly. Terrifying. I shook castle where. Good luck to
Poor Mr. Moon. Demi, guys. I think he had much fun in the village. I've never seen such a state. Nearly much to see out of the castle floor whenever you. Rumors begin to.
I'll keep that.
And here we are. Where to start? 3 broomsticks is, and you can get a sweet Yukajan at Handukes. Choose a favorite shop here. It's with this. I can't tell you are certain you need in Hogwarts. Professor get potion with spellcrafts. Of course, you and I am keen to be able to collect and still time to explain as well. At your own pace in the town.
Hogsmeade, here I come.